Might be a familiar face out at center. It's Matt Duarte. He was on the team last season. In 46 games played, he had 21 goals, 38 assists for 59 points during the 21-22 season, and he's with a very familiar face in Justin Mathew, as he and Mathew played a lot last season, along with former captain Nolan Underwood. Duarte spun, took a shot, bounced off of the defender, Ryan Dunbar. Canucks trying to push it out to center. Taking a spill was Justin Mathew, and here comes O'Meara from behind the net. Going on against him is Helmuth. He chips it around him. O'Meara cuts the blue line. Shot, curl drag, bouncing out in front, backhand. Oh, good save! Big stop from Karovic on O'Meara. Good offensive skills shown from O'Meara, and here comes Karan the other way. Karan currently leads the team in points with 26. Goes behind the net and gets hit hard. Good hit. Coming from Connor Haynes, here comes Monty. Monty tries to go inside, outside, got body to the outside. Puck tipped out of the zone, so no icing against the Niagara Falls Canucks. They're currently 11, 15, and 1. That's good for 6th in the division. That's 23 points in total. Hamilton, 24 and 3. That's good for 2nd and 43 points in total in the conference. Hamilton red hot right now. They've won 8 straight. The last time they've lost a game was against Thorold, 2-0 here in this building. That was on November 10th. Puck sent in. Shot gets taken away by Connor Haynes defensively. Here comes Phillips, had a 3-point night against Welland in an overtime win. And that was sent all the way down the length of the ice. We're going to get a face-off to the left of Gill. Benjamin Kay in the face-off dot against Connor Haynes. Haynes wins it cleanly. Ladd bodies off the check of Nate McFarland behind the net. Haynes pushes over to Rory Brown. Valancourt struggles with it as it bounced off his foot. He's trying to fake it high off the glass. Does. Bray puts it down with his hand. Bray passes it across. Kay couldn't handle it. Rory Brown stops up behind his own net. He's getting chased from behind by McKinstry. Passes it off and gets sent high off the glass. Brody McIntyre sidesteps Mahoney. Passes it off to Valancourt. Valancourt gets stick checked a few times. Mahoney high off the glass. And that's going to be an icing. Waved off as O'Meara, he came off the bench. Almost had it taken away though. Jake McKinstry with a nice stick play. Puck bounced. Sent high off the glass by Evan Story. Busting in is Toole. Toole back in shot. Save by Gill. First big stop on a partial break for the Canucks. Pushing it back is Story. Toole back in on the forecheck. He thought he could get there before the icing call, but it's going to come right back down into the Canucks' end. Good first push by the Canucks. Nearly getting one. But Leland Gill stood tall and net got his pad out and kicked it away. Downey sends one intentionally wide, fanning on his Zach Grattan. Grattan pins himself to the boards, pass off. Shot, easy save for Karovic. He was in net last time versus Igorov back on November 14th when they lost 3-1 against the Kilty Bees. Toole, a pass that was indirect for him, went a little too far out of his reach. Marquise Brown sends it over to Nathan O'Meara. O'Meara gets stick check from behind. Nice play. Stealing it in front. His elbow the way back in. Great save from Gill again. And trying to dig it loose was Colton Corby. But Helmuth with a nice steal on a forecheck. Really aggressive from the Canucks. Luckily for the Kilty Bees, Leland Gill was sharp and made the stop. Helmuth wasn't even set up for that face-off as the puck was dropped. Canucks still managed to win it. Matt Duarte Duarte tries to get around Garrick Lindbergh. Couldn't. He gets sent to center. Hebblethwaite sends it on Cressman, his former teammate. McKinney sends it over to Duarte. Not Duarte. Curls behind, and it's accidentally knocked off by Lindbergh. Might have been helped a little bit by Dawson McKinney. But that'll help play as the linesman sets the net back to its moorings. Something Matt Duarte showed a lot of last season was a lot of in-tight skill. He's got some quick hands. He's good at getting the puck up in tight. Cressman sends around for Monty. Instead, Bray gets in his way. Bray intercepts again. Duarte, check from behind, has to dump it in. Mahoney gets hit. Monty has it along the sideboards. Spins off of his check of Frazee. Passes that off. Dawson McKinney falls down as he tries to cut back. Bray ends up getting it out. Marquise Brown at center gets the red line and dumps it in. Will Bray. McKinney got hit. A little bit interfered with, and that goes up. Hits the top of the roof. Almost stood up there, but eventually fell down, and it'll be whistled down for a face-off. And that's the thing with the Dave Edgechuk Arena. Players like to do those high flips, and sometimes that happens where the puck ends up hitting the top of it. More often than not, it ends up hitting the scoreboard. Phillips wins the face-off. Brown, McFarland ties him up, and here comes McKinstry against his number 6. Falls down on the drag. Ladd and McKinstry battling behind the net. Phillips airmails one to center. Puck put down by the hand of Story. He passes it off. Dunbar intercepted by Phillips. Breaks the blue line. Tries to split the D. Goes up high over the net. Pass to the point. Rory Brown shot into the glove. It was going wide, but Krovic he caught it, and he made sure his team could get a whistle so that the Bees couldn't keep going in the offensive zone. And Hamilton, when they get going, they love to cycle. They love to wear the opponent team down, activate the point when they need to. Ladd sends it further in. It looks like Ryan Woodburn, he lost his stick off the face-off draw. Grabbed it and was behind the net trying to chip away at it. Valancourt backhands one to himself. Tries to body off Robillard. Woodburn sends it around for McIntyre. McIntyre getting tightly checked by Benjamin Kay. Kay hits him hard on the boards. Woodburn trying to go to the front of the net as it was centered. Woodburn in his feet, and it gets poked out the way. Good play by Benjamin Kay, and he picks up at center. Gets checked from behind, and he backhands it around for the Kilty Bees to pick up. It's Valancourt. Valancourt to center. Breaks the blue line. Curls drag, goes to the front, a great save. Might have been taken away by Lindbergh on the cut. Puck sent high off the glass by Bossignor. McIntyre will get there first. Lindbergh chops at it, takes it away from him. Trying to get it out as Colton Corby can't. He's doing a good job, and that'll be a penalty against Woodburn. He just took down Lindbergh. The referee's going to call a trip against Ryan Woodburn. So the Canucks will get the first power play opportunity of the game. Currently running at a 15.5% clip this season. That's good for 6th in the conference and 20th overall. Hamilton on the penalty kill. currently third in the division. Bray sends it over to Lindbergh. High shot blocked away by Gill. Punched it to the corner. Canucks 3-man deep behind the goal line, trying to dig it loose, but the Bees not allowing them. Referee saying he didn't like the fact that there was no movement, as O'Mary is pinching himself to the boards. So we're going to get a whistle. Face off one, Lindbergh at the point, passes it off to Caron. Caron looked like he tried to pass it to the slot, ended up going to the other corner. Puck push out to Matt Duarte, racing for it, and just evading the stick. Good play from Krovic, but a risky one, as Duarte could have grabbed that had he not been a little bit more, had it not been a little bit lower. Puck sent across to Caron. He gets the blue line. Caron gets bodied by Matt Duarte. Lindbergh protects against Brown. Cressman backhand weakly, can't get it out. Caron passes over to Bray. Bray at the top of the circle. Into the feet of Lindbergh. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Back at center is Hebblethwaite. Spins off Duarte, but Duarte bodies it and passes it back for possession. Less than a minute to go. He's got 39 seconds, and it's dumped down by Marquise Brown. Korvic touches it for Mahoney. Mahoney sends it over to Hebblethwaite with speed. Almost runs into Caruthers. Hebblethwaite. Shot pass over Caron. He might have got stick checked by Gretton, but that looked like an empty net for Caron. Bees dodged a bullet, but they still have 15 seconds left. But they're not making it easy on the Canucks, as Grattan was up for checking. Wolf Giles, the former Bee, tries to cut through two. Caruthers and him cross wires, but they still pick up with McKinstry. 3 seconds, backhanded it towards the goal, glove down, and that'll do it for the power play. Good movement, good chances for both sides. And Hamilton with a successful kill. Face off to the right of Gill. Shot scores! Oh my goodness! Ty Freese off the draw just shot it. It went 5-hole. And the Canucks a surprising 1-0 lead just before the 10-minute mark of this first period. And the old adage, just throw pucks on net, good things will happen. It did for Ty Freese. Hamilton needing to get back on the score sheet quickly as O'Mary cuts in off the blue line. Sent around. Duarte can't hold it. Caron pushes out to 2-on-1 with Ty Freese, the goal scorer. Freese lost it for a second. Shot gloved away by Gill. He tried to throw it out quickly, but a quick whistle from the referee wouldn't allow it. And just like that, Ty Freese bidding for his second within 20 seconds. Colton Corby from Binbrook wins the draw to his defenseman. Story has it at center, sends it in. Owen Cressman to Marquise Brown. Tried to hit Phillips. They're saying he didn't touch it, so it's going to be an icing call against Hamilton. Hamilton needs to get back into the offensive zone and work the cycle like they normally do against most teams. They've got Phillips pushing up through center. Phillips with Vanderbrink. Vanderbrink sends it around. Cressman gets there in time, sends it back around for Vanderbrink. Vanderbrink gets hit. Marquise Brown. Shot took a piece of the leg of Toole. He went down to block it. Haynes reverses for Phillips. Phillips tries to lay a hit, missed it, and hit himself into the boards. Marquise Brown just barely offside. Canucks trying to counterattack again. Marquise Brown in his own end. Toole takes him away from the puck. Marquise Brown trying to punch it forward, gets bodied by Toole. Phillips inside, outside, curl drag, another one, a second one, out in front. Haynes couldn't get it. He couldn't grab it with his foot to his stick on some double toe drags from Phillips. Trying to show off that he can double toe drag around the defender. Phillips sends it in deep, goes for a change. McIntyre. He's been heating up during the back half of this season. McIntyre gets stick checked by Bray. Trying to push it out of Sam Ostafin. Hebblethwaite with speed to the outside. Lost it on the dribble. Shot. Hebblethwaite hit him in the foot. Robillard off the bench. Spins off the forecheck of Woodburn, and it's done into Gill. Ladd waiting for someone to pass to. Hits Woodburn, but he couldn't handle it. Sent back in by the Canucks. McIntyre picks it up to Brown. Back to McIntyre, just evaded a hit by McFarland. Getting checked from behind by Caron. Speeds back the other way with Hebblethwaite. Caron gets hit into the boards nicely by Downey. Sent down the length of the ice, but it hits the stick of Karovic. No icing. Robillard hit the stick of Caron. He goes for a change. O'Mary sends it around to Downey. Gruber tries to get around the check, and he's getting taken down, so there's a penalty coming up to the Canucks. Shot by Downey on the activation. Just missed the blocker of Karovic. Holding on to it is Campolo. Trying to touch it is McFarland, but he forces Campolo out to center. Net's empty, so 6-on-5 for a few moments as Duarte with a nice move around McFarland. Duarte gets in. Passes across. Oh, it might have hit someone as Gruber had an empty net to tap it into. And it's going to be a penalty to Benjamin Kay on the trip. So Hamilton's going to get their time on the power play. Hamilton sending their top unit of McKinney, Monteith, Phillips, Haynes, and O'Mary. O'Mary. Shot just missed it. Phillips from down low. Passes it off. Hamilton currently 13% on the power play. That's good for 7th in the conference, 23rd in the league. Shot at the side of the post by Phillips. Phillips tries it. McKinney plays pitch and catch with Haynes at the point. Haynes defers to O'Mary. Down low. Tapped back to Phillips by Monteith. Monteith battling in the slot. Here comes Haynes. Shot. Took a piece of the stick. And it goes up and out of play. Minute 19 left in the Hamilton power play. Matt Duarte getting his opportunity with Valancourt, Marquise Brown, Downey. It looks like one of the Kilty Bees hasn't gone out there yet. It's Woodburn coming off the bench. Hamilton not realizing it right away, but they get it corrected. Duarte gets waved out for Valancourt. Valancourt tries to win the face-off draw. Duarte pushes over to Valancourt. Valancourt from behind the net. Spots Marquise Brown. There's a penalty coming up to Hamilton, and it's a slashing call as Mahoney had his stick chopped out of his hands, and it looks like it's Ryan Woodburn going to the box for the second straight time for Hamilton. So just before the minute mark was about to expire, Hamilton takes a penalty, so it'll be 4-4 back in the Hamilton end. Will Giles against Dawson McKinney. Face-off was won initially by McKinney, but he couldn't get to his teammate, so it's picked up by the Canucks down low. Giles sends it down low. Mahoney to Lindbergh. Shot gets tipped by Frazee, but it goes into Leland Gill. Frazee in the dot against McKinney. McKinney wins it this time. Marquise Brown over to Downey. Caron chips it. Got it poked away. Frazee tried to bat it out of the air. Missed it. Marquise Brown to McKinney in stride. McKinney tries to dance around Mahoney. He gets taken out of the play. Here comes Caron. Absorbed the hit from Justin Montes, and here comes Caron across the blue line. Hit the stick of Marquise Brown, goes up into the netting and out of play. So 19 seconds before Benjamin Kay comes out of the box, and then the Canucks will have less than a minute to work with on the power play. Face off won a little too cleanly by the Canucks, so they have to exit to center. Rory Brown sees how much time he's got left. Going to hold on to as long as he can. Pass off to Phillips. First penalty over, and the Canucks will have a power play. Haynes shot just missed wide, trying to get a shorthanded opportunity off that 4-on-4. Caron, bottom of the circle, hits Bray. Shot, nice block from Haynes. He went down to one knee to stop Bray's shot. Goes up and over the glass. Good defensive play from the big centerman. Here comes the Canucks on the face-off win. Bray looks for a crossing pass. Campolo got his stick in the way. Lindbergh keeps it in. That puck was tipped up and out of play by Ladd. Canucks firing all they can against Gill. So for the only one Gill hasn't been able to save was one where he really wouldn't be expecting it to come. Kay wins the faceoff. Out aggressive is Campolo. He likes to be aggressive on the penalty kill. Here comes Helmut-Waite. Blocking arm stuff from Gill. He was going top corner with it. Off the boards, not out as Helmut-Waite. He bobbled it, so that forced him offside. Canucks need to touch up as Downey sends one high, hits the stick of Campolo, so if Lindbergh touches it, that'll be a whistle down. Because of that high stick, we're going to get a face-off in the Canucks' end. That puck was won cleanly by Corby. He gets sent around by the Canucks, and we're back to 5-on-5 with Woodburn exiting the box. McKinney over to Monty. Getting tied up by Corby was Duarte. Didn't like it, and he slammed his stick down. Duarte falls down, Corby falls on top of him. Good play by Toole to chip it out. O'Mary. Nice pass up to Duarte. Duarte to McKinney. Tries to spot Montes, but it was behind him. Corby breaks to center. Tries to pass it off to Toole, but in the way was the player, and Toole takes down O'Mary behind the play. And it looks like he's going to get an interference call, so the Guilty Bees will get another power play. So 3:21 left in the first period. Hamilton with another chance to tie it up on the power play. McKinney wins it. O'Mary has it. Walking the line. Shot low. Loosen. Nice poke check from Mahoney. He took it away from Phillips. O'Mary not able to hold the line. Here comes Kay. Kay shoots it right on goal. Gill sticks it to the side. Haynes through center. Blue line. Passed off to McKinney. Shot, snapped it. Took a piece of the stick of Kay. O'Mary to Phillips. Top of the circle. Drops it for McKinney. Pass over to Phillips. A one-timer stopped. And Karovic saw that into his equipment and he covers up. Good exchange between Haynes and McKinney at the top of that circle. They spotted Phillips, who was open for the one-timer. He got a good amount of wood on it. Just couldn't find an empty part of the net to hit. Puck hit hard. Phillips, nice play out of the air off the boards, and he managed to keep possession. O'Mary to Haynes. O'Mary to Phillips. Drags and fakes. Phillips to McKinney. Loads up a shot, blocking arm save from Karovic. Kay hits Haynes in the hand, and here comes McKinstry with speed. Shore-handed, McKinstry. Backhands went off the pad of Gill. Pass pushed up to Phillips. Finds Monty. 42 seconds, finds Phillips. Fakes. Shot, nice blocking arm stuff from Karovic, sending it high. Here comes Downey. Duarte. Shot, oh, glove save, picked out of the air by Karovic. He's denying every shot he sees coming from Hamilton. And Monteith and Kay having some words after the whistle.
Yo.
31 seconds left on the power play. Secondary unit out there. Can they change their fortunes? Woodburn defects to Marquise Brown at the point. Downey to Marquise Brown. Shot took a tip off of Duarte. He got an assist in Welland's in the win against Welland the other day. That was his season debut with the Guilty Bees, and he almost got his first goal here at home. Woodburn battling with Robillard. Duarte comes in to help. Marquise Brown can't hold the line, and that should do it for the penalty killers for the Canucks. Valancourt pushes up, took a piece of McFarland's skate. Duarte protects her on Robillard. Tries to throw it onto Marquise Brown. Toole chucks it out to center. Downey, errant pass, goes to Caron. McFarland just barely onside, dragging his foot. Shot on the one time, great save by Gill. Good shot by Sam Ostafin in the slot. Robillard tipped in and hit the pad of Downey. And the Canucks are buzzing, and Caron had that pass go a little bit too far ahead of him, so he couldn't handle it on his forehand. Ostafin to Lindbergh. Canucks with a good counterattack after that penalty kill. Here comes Woodburn by himself. His teammates are changing. Puck pushed to Lindbergh. Sent across, hit the foot of Ostafin. Ladd breaks through the check of Ostafin. Takes a shot low, stopped by Karovic. Bouncing out in front, Phillips can't whack it. 10 seconds left in the period. Canucks trying to hold on to their lead. Here comes Hillblethwaite. Nice outside move against Ladd. Here comes a shot, he just missed on Gill. And the buzzer goes, and that'll do it for this first period. It's Ty Frazee, the goal scorer for the Canucks, giving them a 1-0 lead heading into the second period. Come back and join us for some more Guilty Bees action. Of a face-off shot that beat the goaltender Leland Gill 5-hole as the Canucks start the second period of the face-off win. Here comes Matt Duarte back the other way. Duarte shot, good stuff from Karovic. Good first opportunity for the Bees as they need to set the tone early if they want to tie this game back up. They're currently trying to keep that win streak going, trying to push it to 9. Faces off right in front of the Kilty Bees bench. It's McIntyre facing off against Caron. Dumped in by Hamilton. It gets sent to the boards. Valancourt to McIntyre. McIntyre back to Valancourt, who's behind the net. Tipped away by Caron. And in front shot. It's loose! Diving is Karovic! And not able to tip at it was McIntyre. Looks like there's a penalty behind the play against... Looks like it's Dunbar who took a penalty. They're trying to call the goaltender to the bench. He doesn't realize that there's a penalty coming. And then the bench goes Gill. Brown dumps it in. McIntyre leaves it for Woodburn. To McIntyre down low. He retrieves it himself. Cressman to Marquise Brown. Indirectly to Valancourt. Spins off of the check of Ostafin. So Hamilton's going to get a power play once the Canucks manage to touch it up. Falling down is McIntyre off the check. Trying to stuff it out in front. Valancourt can't tip at it. They finally touch it. And it's going to be a cross check to Ryan Dunbar. And the Canucks find themselves down yet again early. So Hamilton not able to score on either of the two opportunities they've had tonight. First one was cut short by a Ryan Woodburn penalty. Let's see what they can do on number 3. O'Mara's shot took a piece of Monty's out in front, didn't make it to the goalie, and it gets dumped the rest of the way down. McKinney breaks the blue line. Stops up, looks to pass. Pass over to Phillips. To O'Mara. The lone defender on this power play. O'Mara to Haynes. Shot, nice block from Mahoney. Got down to one. He passed it out in front. McKinney can't pass it to anyone, and it's taken away by Mahoney. Good play from Liam Mahoney, but it's stolen away by McKinney. Down low. Monty to Haynes. Can't load up. Here comes O'Mara. Phillips can't stuff it. Here comes O'Mara. Shot just missed the net. Hamilton firing on all cylinders. Just not able to score. Shot blocked by McKinstry. O'Mara looking for a shot. Passes it off instead. Haynes shot right into the crest of Karovic. And he covers up on this onslaught of shots by Hamilton. And the Canucks defending very well. Showing you why they're in the middle of the pack of the league. They allow lots of shots through, but not a lot of shots are ones that the Bees can score on. Karovic just has to stand in front and get them right into his equipment. Downey. Duarte trying to park himself in front. Tries to find a spot to go to instead. Shot by Valancourt. Takes a tip off of Frazee. Goes high into the netting and out of play. You can't fault Hamilton for not taking shots and getting opportunities. This is what it's been like all season. They get a lot of opportunities and shots on their power plays. Just for some reason, they're unable to score. Shot by Woodburn. He just missed it wide. And it's things like that that happen a lot to them. They just miss, or the shots get stopped by the goaltender more often than not. Valancourt gets harassed by Frazee on the penalty kill. Marquise Brown, nice sidestep. Finds Downey with the pass. 10 seconds left. Will they be able to get one before the timer goes? And Duarte can't handle that hard pass around, so that'll do it. Duarte to Marquise Brown to Duarte. Matt Duarte. Back end one flips to Campolo, but it gets sticked away by Karovic. Downey off the line. Gets hit from behind by Bossignor. Gets sent the rest of the way down by Bossignor, and it's going to be an icing call against the Canucks. Face-off coming to the right of Karovic. Face-off won by Hamilton, but it's taken away by Landon Toole. He puts it into Hamilton's end. McKinney on a indirect pass, couldn't get it with his stick. That forces the Canucks to backtrack and send it right back in. Ladd to Phillips. Phillips to Haynes. To McKinney. Finds Haynes again, just missed it. Phillips switches off with Haynes. Phillips didn't see that pass came right back to him. He gets sent to the boards. Ladd with the nice body play. Good indirect passes to each other. Just can't seem to connect it towards the goal. Backhand pass from McKinney. Good cycling from the Bees. But the Canucks are doing a good job of clogging, and that allowed Karovic to pick up an errant pass and take a cover for a whistle. Zach Gretton in the faceoff dot against Caron. Caron can't win it as Gruber pushes it to the corner. Gratton with his big frame tries to protect around the checker Caron, but Caron got underneath him and forced him to lose it. Cressman takes the hit to make the pass, but no one was able to pick it up for Hamilton. Marquise Brown, nice pass across to Campolo. 2-on-2 the other way. Potentially 3-on-2. Gratton got it stick checked away by Evan Story. Marquise Brown holds it. Shot, nice shot right into the glove hand as Marquise Brown tried to find his first of the season, but it got taken away by Karovic. Duarte in the face-off shot. Up against Frazee, he wins it. Owen O'Mary tried to push it forward, and he missed it as it went underneath his stick. He got Giles all over his back. O'Mary attacking. Here comes Monty. Tries to find O'Mary again. Trying to find Monteith again. And here comes Giles on the counterattack for the Canucks. Tries to use his frame to get around O'Mary, but O'Mary, the speed caught up to him and managed to sweep it away. Puck sent behind the net of Gill. Downey off the boards, tipped out by Monty. Lindbergh sends one in. Downey high off the glass, intercepted by Giles. He gets bumped but still holds possession, tipped high by McFarland. Giles takes the bump from his former captain, and it's a poke check from McKinney. It's one-on-one against Lindbergh. Trying to drive wide. Nice poke check from Lindbergh on McKinney. Giles sends it across to Caruthers. Caruthers. Shot from Frazee. Took a piece of Rory Brown. Goes into the netting and out of play on the nice crossover from those two. Canucks on a good counterattack. Good defensive stick from Brown to eliminate that offensive opportunity. Mahoney, shot, missed it wide. Looks like took a weird bounce. Went up and out of play. McKinstry didn't like that little stick tap from Valancourt on the back of his leg, so he gives him a little shot, rides him a little longer, and then eventually separates. Marquise Brown to Woodburn, taken away by the Canucks. They're trying to set up in the offensive zone with McFarland. McKinstry takes the hit but reverses. Marquise Brown To Valancourt. To Woodburn and Stride. 1-on-2. Goes wide. Woodburn shot. Rebound scores! And it's Brody McIntyre cleaning up the garbage on that kick out in front. It's his 9th of the season, and Hamilton ties it. And that was all created on a nice outlet pass out to Woodburn to center. He drives wide with his speed. Takes a quick shot low. Not able to handle it was Karovic. And in the right place at the right time was McIntyre, who tapped it right past the goaltender Hamilton with the new game. Ward Brown in the offensive zone keeps the line. Phillips trying to protect. Haynes goes in the corner to dig it loose. Haynes out in front, Duarte trying to tuck it. Oh, he couldn't do it. We've seen him do it last season a few times where he went around the net and tried to tuck it past the post, and it's a shot from Phillips, and the Hamilton Guilty Bees buzzing around that net as they almost got up to a 1-goal lead. And like I said earlier, quick hands in tight by Duarte. And he nearly tied it and he nearly got a lead with a beauty. But the Canucks holding on for dear life on that shift. And they're going to try to counterattack the other way with Hebblethwaite. Stick check by O'Mary, but Hebblethwaite gets it. Only for a moment, though. Robillard. Shot. Bounced off O'Mary's foot. Lindbergh sends it in deep. From behind the goal, Grattan. Ostapin sends it down low for Caron. Just barely didn't tip it with a high stick. Gruber tried to pass it up in front, lost it. Caron gets held up a little too long by Downey, and that'll be a penalty. Sends it out in front, hit the side of the goal. Ostapin tried to pass out in the front to Caron. Caron went a little too far wide, but that took a piece of someone. Gill didn't see it, and it hit the side of the goal. And with Downey going to the box, he's a big penalty killer for Hamilton. And they're going to go with Cressman and Brown to take this penalty kill. Face off won by the Canucks. Lindbergh shot through traffic, blockered away. Lindbergh, another one, blockered yet again. Rinse and repeat for Gill. Bray. To Kay. Back to Kay. Back to Lindbergh. Over to Hebblethwaite. He's got time. And space scores! What a shot from Hebblethwaite. Top corner when it looked like there was no room. And 11:01 the time of the goal for number 11. One's all over that board, and that looks like it was meant to be for Hebblethwaite. 1-1 the score. 11:01 the time of the goal. It was almost as if hockey divine intervention came into play for that one. Hamilton back down again as Duarte wins the faceoff draw, passes it off to McKinney. On the counterattack, McKinney through his own feet to Duarte. Got tied up so he couldn't pick it up, but he's back on the counterattack. Sends a man down, and that's going to be a penalty against Hamilton. So after Hamilton gives up a power play goal, they're going back to the defense. And the Canucks can make this game get even further away from Hamilton with their second straight power play. Then Kay trying to win the draw, he does, but it's pushed forward and out smartly by Campolo as he goes out against Lindbergh. He smartly decides to stop up before he ends up behind the net. Lindbergh asks for Bray to pick up the puck, and he does. Bray pass out to Lindbergh. Nice pass over to Hebblethwaite. The recent goal scorer, quick snapper into the gut of Gill. And he covers up for a whistle. About to hit the halfway mark of this game, 10:20 left in the second period. Haynes can't win the defensive zone draw. Shot by Lindbergh took a piece of Rory Brown. Another pass hit Rory Brown, and here comes Bray. Aerial pass to Hebblethwaite, and that bounces past him and out to center. Lindbergh. Hamilton looking to get some changes on the fly in the penalty kill, only managed to get one. And that's Bratton who came out. Lindbergh loads up a shot, was looking top corner, just barely missed the bar. Lindbergh with some good speed, caught back up to that puck and picked it back up. He's got it again at center, passes it across. Kay loads up, shot into the glove of Gill. He'll get a whistle. .50 seconds remaining before Matt Duarte comes back out of the box. They got to kill this off in the defensive zone draw, and it's won by the Canucks. Pass sent across. Ew, there's a deflection out in front to Caruthers on a pass from McKinstry, but he just bubbled it. Giles to Mahoney. Tipped wide by Caruthers. Story to Mahoney. To Giles. Wouldn't he love to score against his former club? Back out in front, too. Great save off the shoulder of Gill, and here comes Giles. Wolf Giles to Mahoney. 15 seconds remain. Loading up his Story. Waits off to Mahoney. Giles shot, fanned it wide. Story, 5 seconds remaining to Mahoney at the point. To Story, kicks it back to Mahoney. Keeps it at the line. He holds. Giles waiting. Penalty over. Now he sends it across. Caruthers yet again. Fanned it. Back to 5-on-5. Shot. Gill didn't see it, and it gets cleared out by the Canucks. Man, they came oh so close to scoring on that power play. Good pressure all throughout that 2 minutes. And here comes McKinstry. Gets taken out of the play by his former mate, Cressman. Those two are still tied up after the play. But Gill had that puck in his equipment on that rush. And we're going to get a face-off to his left. Corby wins the face-off draw. Lindbergh chops at it. Phil's got in his way. McKinney stops up, passes it over to Cressman. Haynes, nice sidestep around Toole. McKinney getting tied up by Corby. Shot by Haynes as McKinney was driving the net. But Karovic got square to the shot. Didn't let a rebound out. McIntyre against Caron. Caron wins it. Puck sent up and almost out. Poked by Caron, and here comes a 3-on-1 the other way. Osterman, alone! Oh no, he missed the net! And he's gonna see that in his nightmares tonight. Alsefin with a 1-on-0. Couldn't beat the goaltender. Puck cleared out. A little bit of accidental interference by McIntyre and Caron as they both fell. That eliminated an odd man break. Valancourt airmails it to center. A little too high though. Hits the iron on top of the building. We're going to get a face-off back in Hamilton's end. Face-off won by the Canucks. Low shot tipped wide. Shot, rebound, went wide of the net. McKinney fighting off a check of K. Duarte takes the pass over. Monty's onside. Indirect pass back out in front. McKinney stopped up in front of the net. May have gotten stick checked at the last second by Ryan Dunbar. And Hamilton, trying as they might, can't score that second one. McKinney, shot, kicked out. But this time it went wide. Duarte, nice cut through traffic around McKinstry. Goes to Gill. He holds up. And that'll get a stoppage of play. Both goaltenders have been excellent in this game. None of the goals you can really blame on them. A face-off shot is always one that's hard to sniff out, and a top corner snipe that was just perfectly placed are the ones that beat Gill, and a rebound that was hard to get as Karani tried to set himself up for the Michigan. You can see him try to flip that on his stick, but it got swatted down immediately by Marquise Brown. Brown high off the glass to center. Mahoney puts it down at the red line. Phillips holds on. 2-on-2 with Haynes. Phillips shot, missed wide. That was a chip out by Jack Ormond. Phillips shot into the crest again of the Canucks goaltender. Zach Grimes coming up for another face-off draw. He's going against Corby. Grattan wins it. Can't find a teammate, but here comes Campo on the pickup. Trying to sweep it on the reverse. No one there for Hamilton to pick it up. Nice hit at the bench by Woodburn against Robillard, who goes right back at him afterwards. Shot spinning save by Gill. Goes out to the blue line. Reversed by Toole. Corby gets hit into the referee by Downey, or by Brown, that is. Roy Brown doing a good job of tying up the stick of Colton Corby. It looked like he was asking for a penalty. He goes right back to Brown to give him some words. 5:22 left in the second period. 2 on the score on a goal by Alexander Hebblethwaite on the power play. Face off, won by Hamilton. Not able to clear it though, as O'Mary took a swing and missed. Caron, nice sidestep, trying to center, hit O'Mary. Here comes Hamilton with the counterattack. Through center is McIntyre. Just trying to hold that line was Woodburn, but his legs just weren't long enough to keep that line. Face-off win just outside of the Canucks' end. O'Mary sends it across, hit McIntyre in the back, and here comes Hebblethwaite with a lot of speed. Hebblethwaite shot, nice glove stop. Hebblethwaite's got some wheels on him. Valancourt was trying to back check on him, just couldn't catch him, and a quick snapper went right into the glove of Gill. Okay, against Duarte. Marquise Brown battling his man, Duarte. Sends it around to Cressman. Cressman to Monty, try to tip it up for McKinney. Duarte picks it up at center. Line's getting juggled a bit. McKinney shot right into the chest. And it's covered up again by Karovic. face-off win. Shot took a piece of someone. Goes to the corner. Trying to push it around his Dunbar. He does to Story. Mathew lays a hit on Story, who let it go. McKinney. I do it from Mathew. Nice reception out of the air. Passes it, but no one was there to pick it up, so Kay has it. McKinstry chips it out. And that puck died right before the line, so no icing. Shot out in front, rebound, McFarland fanned it. A rebound that Gill couldn't control properly, almost benefited Nate McFarland. Caruthers out at center takes a hit from Monty. McKinstry. Poke checks it over to Kay, but he lost it. McKinney at the line through his legs. Caron over to Caruthers. Nice stick check from Duarte. And Hamilton getting oh so lucky as they almost found themselves down by 2. Behind the goal, the Canucks try to keep going, but Hamilton pushes back out with Haynes. Haynes drives wide on Mahoney. Lost his stick in the process. Oh, it went through the crease and hit the post! I'm not sure how that went through Karovic, but it did. No one for Hamilton there to pick up the loose puck. Crazy. Gets hit by Ladd. Finds Bray at the point. Bray activates from the line. Bray indirectly to Lindbergh. Lindbergh sends it around. That's going to go to Phillips, and there's a penalty coming up to Hamilton. Actually, it appears to be the Canucks who are getting a penalty. So Gill goes to the net. Here comes, goes to the bench, and here comes Haynes. Lost it as they hit him in the foot. And it's former B, Giles, going to the sin bin for 2 or less. So Hamilton with another big opportunity to tie it, yet to capitalize on the power play. Haynes gets waved out for Phillips. That was won by Kay. Coming in to win the battle, though, is Haynes. Monty sends it across. Not able to get it was Phillips. That puck gets sent all the way down. Here comes O'Mary. Haynes waiting for that pass at the blue line. O'Mary elects to dump it in. Phillips trying to race after it. Chopped. Not out by the Canucks. Monty to Phillips. To O'Mary. To Haynes. Can't load up a shot as McKinstry was in the lane. Shot just missed. Haynes fires low. Saved easily by Karovic. Haynes on a non-clear from the Canucks. Shot just missed wide. May taking a piece of K. O'Mary loads up. Taken away by K. And it gets cleared out on a nice defensive play by the Canucks. O'Mary, less than a minute to go. McKinney around McKinstry. Gets spelled. No penalty. Duarte tries to get to the front. Good play by Story. Woodburn to Marquise Brown. Just holds the line. No, he didn't. And the Canucks bench is up in arms saying that that shot was after the whistle. It was awfully close. They wanted a penalty, but the referee's not agreeing with them. And Marquise Brown was sure that he held that line, but the linesman behind him was sure that he didn't. The Hamilton with a lot of movement. Some good shots. But as it's been going for them all season, still no goal on the power play. Marquise Brown bobbled it at the line. Nate McFarland trips down Brown on the check. Nice sidestep. trying to waste some time. McFarland finds himself with a shot short-handed and hit the blocker Gill. Best opportunity of this power play, and that came from McFarland. Duarte breaks the line, and he said he was onside, so he still goes with it. Sent around by Mahoney. Valancourt holds it. Frazee pins himself to the boards. 4 seconds on the power play. Pass over by Valancourt. Power play over. Downey shot blocker save. Up loose and trying to get it is Giles, and that's kept at the blue line. He had a breakaway had they managed to get it to him. Duarte swerves his way behind the net. Finds himself out in front. Valancourt can't hold it. 8 seconds left. Last chance for Lindbergh. Takes a shot into the glove of Gill. Sees he's got no time left, so he dumps it for Duarte. And an onslaught of shots on that last 2-minute power play. Nothing doing for Hamilton as they tied it up. But then Hebblethwaite gets the lead right back as we head into the third period at the Dave Andrewchuk Arena. Hamilton tying it up 1-1 on a goal from Brody McIntyre, assisted by Ryan Woodburn. But then the Canucks storm right back on a power play goal by Alexander Helbothwaite, assisted by Lindbergh and Caron. Hamilton with a last-minute power play of their own during the second period. A lot of offensive pressure, got some good shots off, but their struggles on the power play continue as they try to get back in this third period. McKinney couldn't hold the line, was Downey. Here comes the Canucks the other way. Caron with speed, a little too far out of his reach was the puck, and he tries to center in front of Helbothwaite, but he missed him. Caron down to Helbothwaite. Caron, or Osterman that is. Osterman couldn't get in the way, and here comes McKinney. Slap shot, hit the goaltender. Backhand out in front. Monty couldn't handle that dribble. And McKinney was holding up the stick of one of the players, Caron. Caron was asking for a penalty, but it looked like there was a hand pass that was made. So Hamilton will have to try and draw up the offense again, this time just outside of the blue line. McIntyre with a face-off win to Marquise Brown. Woodburn stops the puck on the rim around. Valancourt can't take it away. Had to sent down by Caruthers for an icing call. Next tonight, playing really well defensively, right between their circles, not allowing a huge number of opportunities to get past them. Valancourt spins off a check of Caruthers. Valancourt taken away by Caruthers, and it's airmailed down. Misses the net of Gill. So come right back down for the second straight icing call. You know the Canucks are probably going to want to try and get one more for insurance. But they're just happy to kill off the clock as long as they can. Try to stymie any of the offensive opportunities. Here comes Giles. Try to step around Rory Brown. Puck went too far out of his reach. Bees having a little bit of trouble exiting their zone, but here comes Phillips. Phillips. Pass out in front. Hit the stick of Haynes. Hit the goaltender Karovic. Went to the side. Puck dumped down, and they're going to say that's an icing call against the Canucks. Giles, who went to the bench trying to change, gets called back on by the linesman. So did Lindbergh. So a bit of a tired group out there for the Canucks. Let's see if the Bees can take advantage.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Grattan in the face-off dot.
Don't be
Gruber
that
couldn't
guy.
come and win it for him. Crazy then gets to center. Gets a dump in, and finally a change for the Canucks. Gruber. Across the blue line. Shot, a hard one. High, bouncing in front, and it was swatted up by Grattan, centered, but Gruber wasn't able to get there. McKinstry. Coming in hard was Campolo. And Hamilton not able to hold that line. Campolo tries to turn back and dumps it in around Bray. Mahoney. Airmailed. May have taken a piece of McFarland, but it's out into Hamilton's end. Campolo off his skate. McFarland dumps it back into Hamilton's end. Downey reverses to O'Mary. Back over to Downey. Downey across the blue line, a pick from Campolo. Bouncing out in front, kick to the side. Gruber looked like he angled himself pretty well there, but it took a weird bounce around him. Stepping up at the red line was Downey, stopping McFarland. Shot by Kay, missed the net. Off the bench, and with the puck now is Toole. Dumps it in. Canucks just trying to play away with it, kill as much time as they can. But Hamilton coming back with Duarte. Matt Duarte tries to step around his man going underneath him, but it was poke checked away by Korovic. Marquise Brown puts it down with his hand, spins it around. Trying to muscle his way forward. Here comes Duarte. Finds Marquise Brown. Scores! What a time to get your first! Marquise Brown ties it up! And what a big play from the big man, Marquise Brown. Steps up at the red line, and you can hear it from the bench. They're absolutely loving it. The only player on the Guilty Bees roster who hadn't scored a goal this season other than Duarte, who just joined. And now he's breaking the goose egg. And what a time for Marquise Brown. His team needed a goal big, and he stepped up big time for the team. Here comes the Canucks though. 2-on-2 the other way. A mishandle by Caron allows McIntyre to swing back the other way. McIntyre tries to center it. And Robillard gets in his way. Off the thin. Looks like he drew a penalty against McIntyre. Looks like McIntyre was going to sit for an interference call. Face off one by Haynes, sent high off the glass, sent right down past Lindbergh. Campolo trying to get there to make the play. Tipped away by Korovic, and that was close. Had that taken a bounce for Campolo, he had an empty net to tuck it into. Cron with the stick handles, across the blue line, backs up Brown hard. Hebblethwaite. Oh, shot off the mask, bouncing, and he missed wide by Caron. What a hard shot, hit the face mask of Gill. Luckily, it didn't stun him. Lindbergh shot, missing the tip was Caron, cleared by Hamilton. And Hamilton will get a wholesale change for that penalty kill unit. Will Bray passes off to Hebblethwaite, still out there. Hebblethwaite, pass intercepted, high at the glass, and goes out again. McKinney trying to be aggressive again. He gets picked slightly. That allows Korovic to pass it up, and here comes McKinney with possession, turns back. Spins back to his own end, just wasting time on this power play. O'Mary took a weird bounce off the glass, didn't clear the zone, and Caron picked it up in at center. Lindbergh to Mahoney. Mahoney across the red line, Caron then breaks the blue line. Mahoney tries to spin off a check. Caron to Mahoney. Mahoney can't hold the line, but it's pushed back in anyway by the Canucks. Pass across. Hebblethwaite scores! 17 seconds remaining on the power play, and the Canucks regain their one-goal lead again. The second power play goal for Hebblethwaite. And he's been on fire tonight. He's been around that puck a lot. It seems to be following him and Caron. And Hellthwaite, that his 14th goal of the season. Now his 27th point on the season. Hamilton needs another player to step up for them. They're down again. Pass errantly misses Grattan, but they're saying that the Canucks could have touched it, so no icing. Story intercepted. Here comes Gruber. Tries to pass it across. Hamilton trying to pick it up through some feet. No one able to grab it. Giles skates in front of his own net. Cressman tries to meet him at the blue line, but it's eventually pushed out by the Canucks. Marquise Brown dumps it in. Goes in hard against Story and ends up turning it over. Phillips from behind the goal. Out in front, stop! Grattan was not covered properly by Story. And Karovic with a big stop halfway through this third period. Brody McIntyre's got a goal tonight. Can he get another one? He wins the faceoff on the offensive zone and set behind the glass. Two beats down in the corner. McIntyre wins the draw. That got sent right between the two defensemen. I think Vlad thought Brown was a little closer and was going to get it. That pass misses Vlad. Tipped to the corner by Gill. Sent around by the Canucks. Puck tapped at by Vlad, harmlessly out of the way. And they're saying that that's still onside. McFarland! And that's snatched right out of the air by Gill. So the Canucks came really close to extending their lead yet again. But Gill came up big with his glove hand. It's about the second time McFarland's been found between the circles and shot it into the glove of Gill, top corner. Hamilton on the counter. McKinney, oh, saved! Shoulder stop. Big one coming from Karovic. Puck intercepted at the blue line by Duarte. Duarte down low to McKinney. Top line out there for Hamilton, trying to get something going. They're buzzing